And welcome back. We got night 2 of SummerSlam predictions. I'm back with Troublemaker.
Night 2 SummerSlam 2025. It's August, 3rd?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, and you know what's interesting about this is okay, so we did night 1, and it's like, you know, it's got some decently good matches and stuff, but night 2, they fucking stacked night 2 because we got all matches are title matches, and 4 of the 6 matches have stipulations involved.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh.
So when we get right into it, we'll start with the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Got Lyra Valkyria taking on Becky Lynch, where it's no disqualification and no count out. And if Lyra loses, she cannot challenge Becky Lynch for the title again.
There we go again. Man, Lyra's gonna win, but I want Becky to win. Because I don't really care about Lyra Valkyria, personally.
Well,
Good wrestler and all that. Doesn't do anything for me, you know? I'm not feeling the vibe. I like Becky's vibe more. I'm going with Becky. I want Becky to win, but I feel like for the, for the storylines and shit, they're gonna give it to Lyra.
I can see both sides of it. I can see universe where Lyra wins and gets that big win over Becky Lynch to further establish herself.
Yeah.
And because that should have been the initial, because that's kind of what they did in NXT. Yeah, because Becky didn't win it off of Lyra in NXT, but they had that whole thing where Lyra beat Becky to establish herself in NXT and win the title. So I think we might see that again. That might be the whole reason they gave it to Becky in the first place.
Okay.
But I also see the possibility of Lyra losing to Becky Lynch because of one person, Bayley.
Well, I'm just basing all of my answers off of what happens on the main roster because I'm not a long-term NXT watcher. Now that Joe Gacy's not in NXT, I almost don't really watch NXT.
Yeah, NXT's gotten kind of boring for me too. Well, but I'm saying it's not just an NXT thing though. You see it all the time on the main roster. You see new up-and-comers feud with the established stars, and then the newcomers eventually win, and that raises their stock. So that they can become new stars. They can become established stars in the future.
Yeah.
The people are actually behind Lyra though. If you listen to her entrance, they're all doing the woo thing every time her music hits. So
yeah, a lot of people like crowd participation stuff.
Yeah, but either way, she is over. I
don't really care.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough. I understand. You don't like her, you don't like her. That's a personal choice. I don't hate her. I don't love her, but I don't hate her. But I will admit she's over. So.
Yeah, I can admit that she's gonna have a successful career. Maybe somewhere down the line, I'll be drawn a little more into her. Right now, I still care about Becky Lynch more. I care about Bayley more. I just have my preferences.
Yeah. So overall, this is a tough one for me. I think I'm gonna tentatively say that Lyra's gonna pick up the win, and finally get that big win over Becky on the main roster, and then and then of course the Intercontinental title will also be elevated because they're probably gonna have a hell of a match too. So
yeah, when you're in the ring with Becky, you're gonna fight, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Lyra's gonna win. Let's talk about. Let's go with the men's Intercontinental title: Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. Now you're gonna be a little bit surprised here when I say this, but I actually think Dominic's gonna pull out the win, retain the title.
Me too.
Yeah, but you know, a guy like me, I'm a huge AJ Styles guy.
I know, which is mind blowing that you would actually betray your boy and go against him. Yo, AJ Styles, I can't believe this just happened. You hurt his feelings, bro. Feel ashamed. Ashamed.
What can I say, man? You know, Dominic's just a hell of an entertaining heel. Now, there's a possibility that Finn could betray him. You know, maybe they kick him out on Judgment Day, but I don't see that happening yet.
Too soon.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. So I think Dominic's just gonna pull out the win here. It's not gonna be clean, but he's gonna pull out the win. Because I mean, like, AJ doesn't really need the Intercontinental title, to be honest. I think it's a lot better on a mid-card heel like Dominic, personally.
Yeah, Dominic's working really hard. AJ, you know, this is almost like AJ is helping Dominic become an even bigger star, realistically.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Dominic's a very lovable character, and that's why, like, kicking him out of Judgment Day would, I think, really hurt Judgment Day, because, like, to have all the energy being tossed around in that comedic relief is very important.
Yeah.
And they're gonna ride this wave out, I feel, until Liv comes back. And you know, like, sometimes Judgment Day they could be on top of the world, and sometimes they're just important because they are the stable. You know, they don't really need belts to know who their names are. Like, the fact that, like, their name alone, their group name alone is a pretty impactful name. Judgment Day, like, sheesh, man, I don't want to mess with those guys. And you know who the members are. You know, oh yeah, Dirty Dom's in there, right? Liv. And
Dom's, when you think about it too, Dom's technically the only original member that's left.
That's
Actually, no,
great.
Finn is, sorry, because there was, first it was Edge, and then it was Priest, Rhea, and then Finn, and then Dom. But then Dom was after Edge got kicked out. So yeah, so he was, well, Finn and Dom are the only two original members, but Finn was originally fighting against Judgment Day too. So yeah, I see Dom retaining, I think.
Did we just? I swear we already passed Young.
Nope.
All right.
Because this is Young here.
Yeah, I know.
But you said something interesting there. You said about AJ giving Dominic the win to, like, help establish him. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier with Becky over Lyra. So
I just, you know what? I just choose, like, based off just, like, my level of interest that peaks on the TV, like when things happen and stuff, right? So
yeah.
I'll tell you, like, one of the things that, one of my beefs with Lyra Valkyria. When I hear the name Valkyria, I'm thinking angels, cosmos, you know, not outer space, but, like, from up there, you know, like in the space zone and stuff. So, like, she comes out with the wings. I just kind of wish there'd be more.
Well, angels have wings.
Yes, but I just kind of wish that there would be more of that characteristics, like the reason why I love Stardust more than Cody Rhodes, and they're the same person. I love characters, you know. I just kind of wish it'd be more like more of a character, if that makes any sense.
Well, see, the thing with Valkyries is they're like the they're like a mythical, like, winged creature, right?
Yeah.
Or like winged humans, essentially, or at least they ride on. So that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how they're, you know, when what am I trying to say? I think there should be, like, a different tone, a different tongue, a different like different vocals in the way of the delivery and the speech. Like, I want to believe this character came from, like, the Nether Void or something, you know?
Well, Valkyries are like
angels, so, like, almost like from, like, where Thor came from or something, like, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly it, because Valkyries are like part of the Norse mythology, I think. So
yeah, so, like,
this is where Thor came from, right? So
I kind of wish, like, there would be, like, like she would make us believe that territory about her, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like she hails from the kingdom, you know, like one of the heavenly angel kingdoms from the sky or something, and or like another world, and then she'll talk about that. Kind of like, I guess this is the complete opposite direction, but like how Bray Wyatt made you convinced about another land, you know, like in regards to like the swamps or like the fun house.
Yeah.
That's just my little bone to pick, you know, like maybe I'm asking for too much or whatever, but like I like make believe characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Let's see.
This guy's gonna edit that into a short. Rubble's rant about Valkyria.
What else we got? We got the well, let's talk about the tag titles, the TLC match. You were talking about Bray Wyatt earlier. You got the Wyatt 6 against, oh boy, let's see, we've got Fraxium, we got the Street Profits, got DIY, got Motor City Machine Guns, and you got Andrade and Rey Fenix. A 6-team TLC match. That's gonna be fucking insane.
I love it.
By the way, do you know it's the 25-year anniversary of the first TLC match?
That's perfect.
So I think I know who you're picking to win.
Cheers. Whoop, whoop. Well, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the breakdown of this. I'm choosing Wyatt 6 because those are my boys. I love them. This win could elevate and help bump any one of these teams. Like any one of them can win it. Like Axiom, they're built for ladder matches and shit, you know. MGM definitely. All these this is gonna be the highlight match of the evening.
I think so. I think it's gonna steal the show easy.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think you're right. I think the Wyatts are gonna win because like they literally just won the titles. But if there was a chance to get the belts off of them, I think it would be now. Even though I know they just won it, but they should have. Anyway, I think they just won the belts, so that I doubt they're gonna get rid of the belts anytime soon. So I think they are gonna retain somehow.
See, like they're a high, very valued pick to retain and to win. The reason that I say that this win or like a win in this caliber match could benefit any one of the teams though is because when I think back to the first one, I would have obviously said, yo, the Hardy Boys, they're built for ladders, right?
Yeah.
I would have chosen them, but then you would have gotten I wouldn't have predicted that Edge and Christian were going to pull it off.
Yeah, I think Edge and Christian won like the majority of the triple threat matches those teams had. I think. I'm not sure, because I know they won the triangle ladder match, and they won the first TLC, they won the second TLC. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about, speaking of triple threats, let's talk about the women's triple threat match. You got Naomi defending against Rhea and Io.
Yeah.
By the way, did you watch Evolution?
Yeah.
Fucking insane pay-per-view, eh?
Oh yeah.
It was a really great show. I loved
fun.
it. Yeah, so Naomi, as you know, she cashed in her Money in the Bank. She won the Women's World title, which shocked a lot of people because like everybody thought she was just gonna go after, like, eventually if Jade won her match at SummerSlam, she's just gonna have to go after Jade and cash in on her. Mm-hmm. You keep that feud going, but no, she went after the World Championship. So it's definitely interesting. You know what I find hilarious, right? Is I mentioned this when I was talking with Beast Guy on his ride along, but what I found funny is when they were setting up the match or whatever, you had that promo where Naomi was just like, she was talking about, oh, neither one of you deserve a title shot, and then Adam Pearce comes out and says, oh, actually they're both getting a title shot, and Naomi was just like, understandable, have a nice day. basically. Like that was a quick 180. She's not
Adam. She's not what's his name?
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, she's not Adam Pearce's favorite.
I guess not. It's hard for me to go against. Like I know Io's my girl.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to go against Naomi, especially when she just won the title. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna retain.
It's triple threat, right?
Yeah.
Rhea?
I think Rhea's gonna finally. Now here's the interesting thing: does Rhea finally pin Io? Because she's never beaten her before, and they've been going on about that for a while now. So you gotta think it's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Rhea. Like, I want Rhea to win this match.
Yeah, I think Naomi, unless she fucks over Jade Cargill in her match on Saturday, I don't see Naomi not walking out with the title.
That's that's a pretty strong. That's a really good point because she's a fresh new champion. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It would suck for her to drop the title like that fast, but it would also lead up to her having a sick rivalry, and eventually ending up back in another championship match. Because is this her first title run?
The first title run in a long time.
Okay.
Certainly.
For the women's championship, right? She was a women's champion before.
Yeah, it was a different title, but yeah, she's been former women's champion. I think it was specifically a SmackDown Women's title, but yeah.
I forgot about that. That's why I was asking. It can literally go either way. Like, Io's gonna. Yo, here's the thing about Io. I didn't realize how tough she was. I did not realize how tough she was when she took that beating so heavy from Rhea at Evolution.
Yeah.
I was like, she should be dead by now. What? How is she so strong?
Yeah, I know.
It blew my mind, bro.
Yeah, they're tough ladies, that's for sure.
And then someone told me if I should watch I think Underground Japan Wrestling, where apparently Penta fought Io Sky at one point. And it was like some super deadly, crazy match. Even Chelsea Green fought Penta in an underground match at one point.
Speaking of which, off topic for a second, have you watched any of the new WWE's reality show on Reel or whatever?
No.
It's fucking good. Like it's not completely pulling back the curtain, but it's still really fascinating. I've already watched 4 episodes. I just got one more left to watch whenever at some point. But yeah, it is a really good, interesting documentary.
I hear that. I'm kind of like in between. Like I like to live, vicariously through like the magic of what's not behind the curtain. Yeah. I don't really want to peek behind it. Because I like to think like what I am watching is real. You know what I'm saying? But when I was a child growing up, like I had all these conspiracy theories in my head. I was like, yo, I think Undertaker sleeps in a casket and wakes up every Monday to deal with this bullshit on Raw. And I thought Kane literally like reopens a portal from hell and comes back every Monday or every Thursday night. Like I thought all these weird things, and that's just how my brain worked. And so like just kind of seeing it, I'm scared the magic's gonna die a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, some people hate the fact that they did that. It's just like, oh, the kayfabe's gonna die for, like, kayfabe's been dead for fucking 30 years.
Well, there's like a yes and a no, like, because I like to try my best to keep stuff alive in my head a lot, but, yeah, the kayfabe's not what it was, especially when you give, like dark side characters access to social media. It kind of blows a bubble. Like, okay, so now we're seeing them basically be just like everybody else instead of like living in a specific realm on the TV show. You know.
Yeah. You
but-
like to pretend. Sorry, you like to pretend Bray Wyatt's is actually like otherworldly, spooky character, not just the son of a guy who used to play tax agent.
Yeah. You know, like I like to pretend. Like I think earlier I was talking about my love for like Imaginary and like all that with Valkyrie and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I like to go to the extremes and the extent.
Fair enough.
That's not the world we live in anymore, and that's probably why I desire it a little more, but hey, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, that's true. Alright, let's move on to the steel cage match. We got Solo Sikoa defending against Jacob Fatu. You know what I find interesting? It's like, apparently, you know how Solo is calling them MFTs, right?
Yeah.
Apparently MFT stands for My Family Tree. See, me personally, in my head, I used to think it stood for motherfucking Tongans. You know? That's partially a joke, but
like I look at it like almost like a business transaction, because MFTs are so close to NFTs, and NFTs, like people were buying those like crazy, or I think over the case of the pandemic. And
anyway, so yeah, Solo versus Jacob. Who do you got?
Oh, thanks for cutting me off, bro.
Sorry.
I want Jacob to win. But, okay, I want Jacob to win, but I think that if he wins, like this part of the rivalry is going to die just a little bit, because the whole thing is like Solo and the MFTs are standing in his way, and the whole point of the steel cage was to keep them out. So I want I want Jacob to win, but I think my pick is gonna be Solo, because like the steel cage isn't gonna do shit. Like the MFTs are still gonna get involved. They're gonna screw over my boy Solo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think Solo's gonna probably retain and move on. Well, I don't know where it goes from here though. Like either one of them, but who knows?
Who knows?
So now we come to the ultimate main event of the entire weekend. We got Cody Rhodes taking on John Cena for the WWE Championship in a street fight.
Bro, John Cena's gonna win. Hello?
You sure about that, bro?
Yeah.
Want to put money on that, bro?
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that after.
My man Cena's gonna win. Come on now.
See, this is what it is kind of up in the air. I think Cody's finally, because like, if Cody doesn't win, like, who the fuck's gonna take the title off of Cena? You know?
Cena's gonna ride that title out until he retires, and then they're gonna have a freaking King of the Ring for it.
What do you mean, like a tournament? Yeah. I think Cody's gonna win. But what's interesting is there were people talking about a possible double turn, where Cena turns back into babyface and Cody becomes the heel.
I heard about that too, and like, you know, if that happens, then so be it. Like, it would still be cool to see Cena as a babyface champion for the last little bit of his run.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think his heel turns really worked all that well, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, because he's still got an abundance of fans, and people are not so pissed off. Even though he trashes the fans every second he gets.
It's because people know, like, this is, well, there's no such thing as actual retirement in wrestling, but this is.
And you know, this is the, I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is the other thing about that kayfabe. See, off camera, like off of the main WWE socials or whatever, there's footage of him being a nice guy, signing autographs, giving hugs, giving high fives. You know, he's not supposed to be doing that as a crazy badass heel. He's supposed to be like, F you, not my finishing move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's the gist of what I assume. But yeah.
I guess we'll see. So you say Cena, I say Cody.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll wrap things up. Chubb, appreciate you coming along with me on this one. Since Beastcat's gone, he's gone to apparently Quebec, so he can do this. So appreciate you coming in.
I'm happy to be able to help out, and hopefully the next one we can can get all three of us in.
Hopefully. All right, so that'll wrap things up. Thank you guys for watching, and see you again soon, hopefully. Peace out.
Whoop, whoop.